a Wikividi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. North Korea at the 2018 Winter Olympics. North Korea is competing in the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Two figure skaters, Rhym Tae-ok and Kim Joo-sik, qualified for the Games, but the Olympic Committee of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea failed to enter them by the 30th of October deadline. On the 9th of January 2018, North Korea agreed in negotiations with South Korea to send both athletes and a delegation to the Winter Olympics. In January 2018, following intergovernmental talks, the teams representing North Korea and South Korea entered the opening ceremony marching under the Korean unification flag, while in women's ice hockey there was a single united Korean team. Background: the International Olympic Committee wanted to have North Korean sportspersons at the Games. In order to increase their chances of qualification, the IOC offered to support them with equipment, accommodation, and travel to qualification events. North Korean short track speed skaters and cross-country skiers did not qualify for the Games. A wildcard arrangement was considered for the eventuality that no North Korean athlete would have qualified. The host nation South Korea had proposed a unified team of the two Koreas. At the Games, the team would participate at least in the women's ice hockey event and possibly more disciplines. North Korea refused this in June 2017 on the grounds of time constraints. Similarly, South Korea had suggested that North Korea could co-host some of the skiing events at the Musikryong ski resort. This suggestion came after Moon Jae-in was elected president of South Korea in 2017. Earlier in December 2014, the organizers had denied the possibility of sharing any part of their bid with the North. Like the unified team proposal, the new co-hosting proposal was refused by the North. North Korea, however, supported South Korea's Olympic bid for the 2018 Games. This was unlike in 1988, when North Korea was willing to co-host the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul. But once those plans failed, it ended up boycotting the Games and bombing Korean Air Flight 858 in what is believed to be an attempt to sabotage the Games. Qualification: Rhym Tae-ok and Kim Joo-sik qualified for the Games on the 29th of September 2017 at the 2017 CS Nebelhorn Trophy in Oberstdorf, Germany. Their successful free skating program was to the tune of Je ne suis qu'une chanson by Jeanette Reno, and their short program on the day before was to the music of the Beatles. They took one of the 5 available qualification spots for pair skaters at the event, as they were expected beforehand. The qualification was seen as a positive development, since it could alleviate fears of the escalation of the 2017-18 North Korea crisis that might have otherwise jeopardized the Games. The International Skating Union confirmed Rhym and Kim's qualification, but the Olympic Committee of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea had to approve their participation, which Chang-ung, a North Korean member of the IOC, said he found likely. "I am quite sure that politics is one thing and Olympics is another thing. So I don't see any big problem for the Pyeongchang Olympics," he has said. Despite this, the DPRK National Olympic Committee failed to accept the two athletes by the deadline of the 30th of October. Failure to enter athletes. Because the North Korean NOC failed to enter their only qualified athletes to the Games, its participation remained uncertain. The North Korean spot went to the runners-up, Sumire Suto and Francis Pedro Odette representing Japan. They needed to accept the spot by the 21st of December, which did not happen. North Korea could have still requested its quota to be confirmed, in which case the IOC would have deliberated on the matter. WE would of course be flexible if they expressed a desire to come, an IOC spokesperson has said. A wildcard option remained on the table. Organizers of the Games did not expect the final decision on participation to be made until the very last opportunity, and Moon Jae-in had given North Korea the chance to decide on participation at any time before the Games begin. High-level talks. The impasse ended when North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un signaled a possibility to send athletes to the Games. After all, in his New Year's speech for 2018, saying, "North Korea's participation in the Winter Games will be a good opportunity to showcase the national pride, and we wish the Games will be a success." Officials from the two Koreas may urgently meet to discuss the possibility. The announcement was followed by South Korean agreement to participate in the first high-level talks with the North since December 2015. The talks were scheduled for the 9th of January 2018. North Korea is also prepared to talk to the IOC that week. In preparation for the North-South talks, the two countries restored the Seoul-Pyongyang hotline, which had been inactive for almost 2 years, and exchanged related documents via fax. After these developments, North Korea's IOC member Chang Eung said that the participation of North Korean figure skaters again looked likely. The possibility of North Korean participation has stirred up talk about a possible Olympic boycott by the United States, after the administration of President Donald Trump, who has been at loggerheads with Kim Jong-un, has issued mixed messages. After discussions on the 9th of January 2018, North Korea announced they would send athletes to compete along with a delegation to attend the Winter Olympics. Political tensions. Amid heightened tensions on the Korean peninsula in 2017, North Korean participation in the Games attracted geopolitical urgency. Olympic officials, South Korean politicians, and international athletes widely think that the Games will be safer if North Korea participates. As a gesture of peace, South Korea allowed North Korean athletes to pass through the Korean demilitarized zone by road, which is normally cut off from all traffic. Supporters will be allowed to travel by ship. Ice Hockey Women's Tournament. In January 2018, it was announced that the North Korean team would be amalgamated with a group of South Korean players to form a single Korean team in the tournament. In this team, at least 3 North Korean players will be selected for each game. South Korea women's national ice hockey team qualified as the host. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?